We are doing our presentation on a potential solution to DaVita's reliance on Medicare. DaVita offers many different services. These include disease management services, therapy services, physician services, vascular access services, end-stage renal disease or ESDR clinical research programs, and much more. The DaVita Way. According to DaVita, the DaVita Way means that we dedicate our head, heart, and hands to pursue the mission, live the values, and build a healthy village. It means that we care for each other with the same intensity with which we care for our patients. This is a mission and values-based approach which was coined by Ken 30. It refers to employees as teammates. It is an unwavering pursuit of a healthier tomorrow. DaVita is driven to deliver differential, equitable, and holistic care to our patients through their entire kidney disease journey. This is what makes them stand out. DaVita is one of the top 3 dialysis companies. Together, these top 3 dialysis companies make up 91% of the market. These include Fresenius Kidney Care, DaVita Kidney Care, and the U.S. Renal Care.
Hi, I'm going to talk about the core value of DaVita. The first one is service excellency. Service other is their reason for existing. They continually seeking to understand the need for those who depend on them. And integrity, they think, they believe, and they what they say, and they trust because they are trustworthy. And in their personal team and organizational value, they strive to alignment in what they say and do. And team, there is a quote says all one for all and all for one. And they work together sharing a common purpose, a common culture, and common goals. They genuinely care and for support not only those whom they provide care, but also those with whom they work shoulder to shoulder. And continuous improvement. They never stand still and they never satisfy. Individually as a team, they consistently look at what they do and ask. And accountability, they don't say it's not my fault and it's not my job. They take responsibility seriously for meeting their commitment. And their personal ones as one of those of the entire organization, they take ownership of the result. And for the fulfillment, they make difference and they feel rewarded and personally and as a team because what they do in their job is consistent with their patients' goal and dreams. And last one is fun. They enjoy what they do and they know healthcare is hard work, but even hard work can be fun. They take their job seriously, but they feel a fun environment deliver better care to their patient while creating a better work environment to their teammates. They strive for excellency and they have fun.
DaVita's mission statement is to be the provider, partner, and employer of choice, dedicated to improving the quality of life for patients suffering from chronic kidney diseases and end-stage renal diseases. As previously mentioned on a different slide, their core values are service excellence, integrity, team, continuous improvement, accountability, fulfillment, and fun. The DaVita Way means that we dedicate our heart, head, and hands to pursue the mission, live the values, and build a healthy village. It means that we care for each other with the same intensity and with we care for our patients. This was also previously mentioned on another slide, but these all tie into the mission statement. DaVita also has an acronym called We Care, which stands for welcome, emphasize, connect, actively listen, respect, and encourage. DaVita's mission is to be the provider of choice. This is illustrated through serving 10 countries outside of the United States, helping 200,000 dialysis patients, having 55,000 workers in the United States alone, having $11 million in donations to local nonprofits since 2011, having 180,000 hours of volunteer work since 2006, and 15 years in a row being on the Fortune's World's Most Admired Company list. This also helps to exemplify DaVita's core values. DaVita's target market is individuals with end-stage renal disease and individuals with chronic kidney failure.
Hi, my name is Hashim Bukhari, and I'll be breaking down DaVita's problem today, presenting it and sort of going through everything on this slide. It might seem like a lot, but I'm going to break it down step by step. So the problem at hand for DaVita starts off with their demographic of how their sales are conducted. 2/3 of them are covered by government schemes like Medicare and Medicaid. 1/3 of them is covered by private insurers. And with this demographic, it's particularly problematic to see that the private insurers are the people who are paying the most. So they're paying about $1,000 for one dialysis session as compared to $250 per session for what the government's paying, but yet they have such a small share. So DaVita isn't getting much at all. And this makes the company vulnerable to fluctuations in government policy and the practices that the government has that navigate reimbursement, considering that the majority of its patients are funded by the government itself. So that's pretty intuitive to think that, if most of the patients are covered by one scheme, then any changes in that scheme is ultimately going to be problematic for that organization, because most of it is conducted through that program, and that's precisely what's happening here. And then moving on from the problem, of course each problem has consequences that come with it. The consequences for DaVita in this case are dependency and financial vulnerability. So over here it's really dependent on the sales that it's getting from Medicare and Medicaid. And at the same time, it's also really vulnerable, because if there's any huge fluctuations in these policies, that could put the organization in a pretty tight spot. And those are the two major consequences, and one of my colleagues is now going to share how this might have happened in a scenario that he'll walk through. Thank you.
So adding on to what my colleague Hashim said, another potential health IT problem or problem statement for DaVita would be the Florida Blue versus DaVita case, which is a very grievous allegation that Florida Blue, which is a Blue Shield organization of Florida, put on DaVita, that they manipulated patient enrollments in insurance plans, which is a major health IT allegation. So basically, patient data manipulation was done where DaVita manipulated patients' data to influence insurance plan selections. And this raised concerns about the security of patient enrollment data and potential for exploitation in the health IT system. There was also financial incentive misalignment, where DaVita exploited a financial incentive to steer patients towards private insurance instead of Medicare or Medicaid. This misalignment between patient needs and the provider reimbursement could have led to prioritizing revenue over care, which is unacceptable in our healthcare IT system. So the consequences faced are not directly related to the financial vulnerability of DaVita, but it can lead to potential health IT consequences like breach of patient trust if patient data is released or manipulated for financial gain. It can erode trust in healthcare providers and health IT systems. Increased regulatory scrutiny faced if health IT systems are breached. The trust in health IT systems is breached, then regulatory scrutiny and government involvement might take place, which could lead to stricter regulations and stricter data privacy laws, and could hinder care. Inaccurate data and compromised care is another major consequence. as if revenues focused more than care, it could lead to inaccurate data entry or manipulation, which could compromise patient care quality.
Then let's move to the potential solutions. So our group conducts 3 potential solutions. Firstly, is apply healthcare technology such as EHR and remote patient monitoring. Second is move ambulatory or inpatient dialysis to the patient's home to save clinical treatment expenses and reduce operating costs. And third is launch new product lines to provide patients with more comprehensive and alternative choices of services type.
Hi, my name is Ru Qingjia, and I'm going to introduce the first solution, apply healthcare technology, and also briefly introduce the calculation of ROI to you. As for the EHR system, due to time limit, let's skip over the goals and focus on the implementation plans. Conduct a comprehensive demand assessment is the first step, and also develop a detailed implementation plan, including timeline, budget, and resources allocation. It's also important to choose a well-behaved vendor. Meanwhile, ensure the EHR system complies with regulations like HIPAA. Thirdly, transfer existing patient data from legacy system to EHR and ensure the accuracy and integrity during migration. And besides, provide overall training for staff on how to efficiently use EHR and offer ongoing support and resources to them. Finally, integrate EHR with existing healthcare system and devices. Improve EHR system continuously based on users' feedback and evolving needs. Then let's focus on the RPM. There are also several implementation steps. First is to define the scope and goals for RPM, focus on dialysis patients' needs, and identify the key metrics to be monitored like blood pressure, weight, and so on. It's also important to choose user-friendly, reliable systems that can be compatible with EHR. Then, identify suitable candidates for RPM program and educate patients on how to use RPM efficiently. Besides, integrate RPM with EHR to achieve seamless access and analysis. Lastly, continuously collect data from patients and healthcare providers to improve the EHR system. Then let's move on to the calculation of ROI. First is the cost prediction. I divide the cost prediction to 2 parts, including the initial cost and the maintenance and support cost. The total initial cost is $3,450,000. As for the total annual recurring cost is $600,000. The second part is the expected benefits, reflecting in the increased efficiency and revenue, and it also includes 4 parts. The total expected annual benefits is $2 million. According to the formula of ROI, we can conclude that the initial ROI in the first year is negative 42%, and as for the annual ROI in subsequent years is 233%, which indicates that the investment in healthcare technology would be helpful in the long run, improving operational efficiency, patient care, and financial performance.
Hello everyone, today I will introduce the solution is move ambulatory or inpatient dialysis to the patient's home to save clinical treatment expenses and reduce operating costs. This shift will not only reduce the use of the medical resource, but also improve the quality of life for patients. According to the research, DaVita will benefit from the increase in the share of home dialysis treatment with higher profit measures, and the growth of the nearly 8% will exceed the growth of the about 2.6% in central dialysis, which is beneficial to the interest in reducing treatment cost. And in the past dedicate, the overall cost of the home dialysis have been about 20% lower than that the central hemodialysis on average. The solution of home dialysis makes home treatment cost lower, which means reducing the additional expenses incurred by patients during hospitalization, such as accommodation and meals, and the capital investment required for central dialysis is relatively small, such as the cost of dialysis center equipment and hospital nursing staff. In addition, home dialysis can bring convenience to patients. These flexible treatment methods improve patients' satisfaction and adherence, improves patients' health outcome to a greater extent, reducing hospitalization rate and the drug needs, which will also contribute to reduce patients' treatment costs. Certainly, in order to better transform to home dialysis, DaVita needs to be supported in equipment and technology to provide patients with safe and reliable dialysis equipment. Implement tracking of patients' dialysis data to ensure the effectiveness of treatment. Nursing support is also required, and nurses are arranged to follow up regularly and to analyze and evaluate the health of patients. Data management must also be safe and effective so that doctors can view it remotely while ensuring that the patient's health record data is managed safely. Through these solutions, DaVita will be able to effectively save the clinical treatment costs and operating costs, and also improve the patient's treatment compliance and quality of life.
The last solution we are going to talk about is launch new product lines to provide patients with more comprehensive and alternative choices of services type. The goal of this solution is to diversify DaVita services offering to provide patients with more comprehensive treatment options, which improving patient outcome and satisfaction while also creating new revenue streams. This can reduce dependence on traditional dialysis services and government reimbursement rates, thereby enhancing financial stability. So for the implementation plan, firstly, we plan to do some market research and needs assessment. So identify the specific need and preference of patients with chronic kidney disease and end-stage renal disease. So which can conduct services and focus group with patients and healthcare providers, and we can analyze patient data to identify gaps in current services offerings. We can also make research, market trends, and potential new services in kidney care. And secondly, we can do services development. Develop new services lines based on identified patient needs and market opportunities. So we can offer more robust home dialysis program with comprehensive support and monitoring. And we can also do some chronic disease management program, which can integrate management plans for diabetes, hypertension, and other comorbidities. And we can also do wellness and preventive care services, which introduce services focused on nutrition, exercise, and overall wellness to prevent progression of kidney disease. And also we can do the telehealth and remote monitoring, expand telehealth services for regular checkup, consultations, and real-time monitoring of patient health metrics. Thirdly, we can do partnership and collaborations. Leverage partnership to enhance service offering and reach a broader patient base. We can to partner with technology companies to integrate advanced telehealth and remote monitoring solutions, which we can also collaborate with pharmaceutical companies for access to new medications and treatments. Also, we can establish relationship with large employers to offer these services as part of employees' health benefits. And number 4 is we can do marketing and patient engagement, which can effectively communicate new services to patients and healthcare providers. And also we can develop marketing campaigns to promote new services and educate patients and providers about the benefits of comprehensive care options, and use patient testimonials and success story to build trust and credibility. And number 5 is we can do monitoring and continuous improvement, which ensures ongoing effectiveness and adaptability of new services. To do that, we can establish KPIs and regularly monitor performance and collect continuous feedback from patients and healthcare providers, and adapt and improve services based on data and feedback to meet evolving patient needs. So we have some expected outcome because of like solutions. Firstly, it can enhance patient outcomes. Comprehensive care lead to better health outcome and higher patient satisfaction. Secondly, we can increase our revenues. So new services and can create additional revenue streams, reducing reliance on traditional dialysis and government reimbursement. Thirdly, we can improve financial stability. Diversified services mitigate financial risks associated with Medicare reimbursement fluctuations. And finally, we can there can be a market differentiation, which offering innovation and comprehensive care services set DaVita apart from competitors. So by implementing this solution, DaVita can significantly enhance its services portfolio, improve patient care, and achieve greater financial resilience. So in conclusion, DaVita as a leading provider of kidney care faces significant financial challenges due to its high dependency on Medicare reimbursements and vulnerability to government policy changes. So we have 3 solutions. Firstly, apply healthcare technologies such as EHR and remote patient monitoring. Secondly, we can move ambulatory or inpatient dialysis to the patient's home to save clinical treatment expenses and reduce operating costs. Thirdly, we launched new product lines to provide patients with more comprehensive and alternative choices of services type. So with these targeted strategies, DaVita can address its financial challenges, provide exceptional care for patients with kidney disease, and achieve its mission of being the provider, partner, and employer of choice. The proposed health IT solution offer a clear ROI and align with DaVita's vision of building the greatest healthcare community focused on outstanding patient care and clinical outcome. And here is our reference page. Thank you so much.